Now it's live. And again, this is just to go over consuming the Visa RTSA API and Basic Stuff Center. For free, you can sign up an account and play around with the Sandbox. As you can work on this and the workflow first.
Michael asked if you can lower the screen resolution to maybe save him some bandwidth.
Already at 1080. It's going to be painful, but I'll try. Actually, Michael, here's what I'll do. I'm going to give you a live stream, another link. We can watch this stream. That way, I'll stop presenting here and post a link to a YouTube stream. Let's see if that helps. Does it help? That way.
It's still a little bit choppy, and I don't know if it's still choppy for you all when I'm speaking.
At least your voice is not coming through.
Yeah, I just understood what you said.
Yeah, it's nowhere near as bad. I just heard Charles pretty clearly.
Mm-hmm.
So that must be, they're probably allocating the bandwidth on the uplink.
Well, this is a gigabit.
Yeah,
So plenty here.
It's high the screen that you're uplinking.
Yeah, again, I can just give you the YouTube live stream link. Or this is a gigabit connection, so I have plenty of data.
No, but it may be in the tool, whatever it is you're presenting the screen and broadcasting, essentially. Screen.
Oh yeah, I'm running OBS on the laptop, usually something more better, but that's what I have working now.
And OBS is trying to transform it, and it's trying to.
So actually, I'll start from the beginning.
And also,
Start center. Yeah, so again, once you have account created, you can see it from here. There's plenty of options. Worked on it are basically the issuer bank side. This was again primarily focused on using the stop payment service, but there are quite a few others. Last case, like I said, go through Learning Hub. Big thing we want to go over today is the two-way SSL authentication, MTLS. To do that well with this service, you can use the generated certificate, or you could basically build your own and upload it. And for plenty of documentation going through the APIs. Again, Sandbox is free to use for the mock data endpoints.
Hey Josh, are you sharing?
I'm sure. I posted a link in the.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So yeah, what we're going to use the Sandbox, and there's also some sample code, but again, what I'm going to do is a simple get method pull from data. So what I did was valuing at USA Bank was let me pull up. And of course we have very well clear instructions for the Hello World Java, which is, in this case, we're using Visa Direct. Importing the keys tool to IntelliJ, I'll show here. And what I'm looking for is, again, just a very simple application. Basic off with MTLS. Anyone use MTLS for their work before? Good question. It's also commonly used as a authentication mechanism for a HashiCorp vault if you want a more secure setup. A lot of background feed. Again, be careful not to breathe into your mic. But yeah, first with this demo, I'm going to go with a simple hello world and go through the process of, like I said, kind of workshop-esque environment. Login, my account. Do the lovely new project. Here they're going to Visa Direct. I'll also show you some examples of other ones. For some reason, it is going slow today. Yep. And I'll post this for follow along the chat as well. Sorry about being a delay. It always is. And see what I can do in OBS. Is there anything I can do? Doesn't look like there's much I can do in regards to this. But yeah, sorry about the delay. That's so. So just to call it MTLS demo. Can do what they the demo example once Visa Direct, but you can have up to 10 projects. So 10 products. What I worked on originally was with just stop pay. a foreign exchange rate simple get, which I'll show as well, but of course there are again pretty ones like Resolve Online, which you have to go through the onboarding process with Visa themselves, which at USA we did actually start doing that with Visa corporate team, but yeah, and had stop payment service is the one we did specifically evaluate there. They're simple. One is just a currency exchange. This is only a simple, like I said, a few get calls. Let me just find it 1 minute. Foreign exchange rates, there we go. The interesting one I've been looking at actually is the, let's go to subscription management. Okay. Now the trusted agent protocol is an interesting one. This actually goes into AI agent workflow. So integrating that, it's a new one. Probably something more later, but let's see. Application. I am missing that one. Subscription manager. There we go. So yeah, direct is the one in this quick start. Stop pay is one actually work. If one at USAA for exchange rates, that's again just a simple get currency exchange rates and subscription manager. Another get for subscriptions someone has saved with their credit card. So let's you can always do a submit. Again, question you have, Michael, is the valid security control. Well, again, it's better than still certificate-based authentication. But if you again, if where it does break is you're going through a CDN or a proxy. And did run into that at USA as well. Let's see here. You have all the sources. So now let's go to get credentials. To add a two-way SSO. A minute. Apparently done that twice. Okay, never mind. But yeah, sorry to change the UI a bit. So you can, as you can see here, you have the option to generate the CSR, and of course submit your own. brevity. Or, and if you want to submit your own, just still open SSL, but you can also, with this tool, fill in all the fields. But as you can see here, let's go back to the quick start. I believe that actually does. So I'll just use the default SSL. And also, it's do this all with, again, open this out, but for brevity, let's just go with straightforward. You have the key downloaded. Now, download certificate as well as a key. And with this, let me go on the pad. Go to my file explorer. We're now in dev temp. Create a some call it certs. Here's my generated files, cert.pem as well as the private key. Actually, do a quick rename of this, get rid of that number so it can work with it easily. Now let's also open up our OpenSSL. Dev, that's how I name my development workflow. And this is a sandbox environment anyway, so dev is just for, on this machine is where I keep my local development. But yeah. And our private key. Followed by start.pim. Let's go meetup demo. P12 is the format we want. Really need a, ideally, yes, you want to do a password, but this is for just to get things through. Now we should have key tool. Yes, we do. And what you want to do is you have Java C going, which do as well here. The one thing I want to make sure is we're on the correct version of Java. This project is using, no, that's just a, we're in 2020, so the best bet will be to use JDK 21. What I have here is SDK man. So SDK use, they're going to list. I have the JetBrains package installed. Let's see here. We're going to be using compatibility. Let's start with 17, actually, which I have 17, 21, 25 set up. This is a great tool for if you have, like I said, bouncing between multiple Java SDKs. Gonna 17.04-JBR. Okay, 1 minute. Sorry about that. Straight 17.01.4.GBR. Okay. Yeah. There we go. I can do Java C dash version on 17.04. And we still have key tool. Let's do yes. So key tool, port. Any questions so far? Okay, yeah. So, yeah. Let's go through the messages right now. New demo bundle. slow. Third JKS, test store. Why are we cutting off on the edge? Start type. PK. Okay. You have to have a key store password. Okay. Of course. For this, let's do something fairly simple. What's going on? There's schedule password. Oh, because the source key store didn't have it on. Key password 1. And for this, we'll do don't really have a key, source key store password, but let's actually go back. Recreate a file. Okay, now we do it. So we do have to, like I said, with this, have put a source key store password, which so we have that first one done. Now let's go with a key tool list. Run the following Java command to validate the constant new GKS file. 1 minute. BRJKS. It looks good. Okay. Now we need to add the root certificate to our JKS. Yeah, what I did instead, I just did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Honestly, these are gonna dummy key. So, surprised I actually took that, but it works. And that's actually what we're gonna do is to import the root CA as well as the DigiCert CA. Right now, adding the root CA. But we first need to download these little files. I don't want to download that. I just want to download the root CA file. Okay. So we got the SBX 2004. Let me just copy these over. So all the files here. You just clean the names up. Don't want to do that. That's a good question. I know so many JDKs out there. What I'm actually using is the JetBrains JDK for the first time. See how it plays out. There's Adopt, Oracle, IBM, Microsoft, Amazon. Yeah. Now again, just to go over that. SDK, Java. You have Corrado, which is Amazon, Dragonwall, Oracle, Huawei, JetBrains, Libertica, Microsoft. Yeah, there is so Microsoft. SAP, Surmu, Termin, Tencent, Zulu. Surprised we don't have Adopt JDK in here, but well, let's go back at focus. So we have our files named root ca assert, awesome. Back to file. So we have WDP C. Prod root and put in there Mary. So we want root. We're not. They're showing here is the change names around. So SBX 2024. prod root. Let's work out the root for the JKS. Star pass. I'm going to throw the ski away, so yeah. Again, this is like I said, development environment, but of course everything has to be done separately for prod. These are, as you can see here, VDP, SPX, Sandbox. I need to add a Digi cert, which we should have there. That's a J12. So and the Digi cert. Our lovely, super complex store pass. Okay, we have the root as well as the Digi cert. Root CA added. Now let's go through the IntelliJ stuff. This is again a sandbox environment. I would expect different set of certificates for their actual prod environment. Especially here's my idea. Any minute now for idea to open. What's going on? Command. What's going on with idea and Fedora? Feeling I might have broken this jumping between using SDK man. There it is. So there, okay. That was just a duplicate instance. Or that. So yeah, Spring Boot. Let's use Java 17. Oh, this will be the Visa Direct demo. Let's move our folder. Dev, temp, Visa. Or basically the hello world. This is what they're calling it. It's basically only hello world. Chrome dot. That doesn't matter. Use JetBrains. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. This is a good for, again, project scaffolding. A lot of this could be done for this kind of work, especially with management asserts. So having, like I said, spend half time going through adding the key store, search to the key store. A simple script could have been provided by Visa to do that. Speed time along by doing it hand by hand does show what's being done. So it is for learning. And of course, like I said, this is a sandbox environment. It's not for production. Just get you familiar with learning how to use the system. Visa does have a nice book for their production environment. If you want to go look through that, but you have to, like I said, reach out to them. Working at a bank that issues cards. Yeah, so we're going to, again, this is going to be just very simple basic. It doesn't appear to be using. Okay, it's Spring Boot framework, so yeah, well, let's do that. So you know what, previous, we're not even using Spring Boot. It's Java. So I'll call it Hello World. Fix that. Dev. Oh, geez, Hello World. Okay. I have that set up. I have that. Basically go under SRC. in your Java class. World. Get our imports first. And break this down to pieces again, so get the idea of what's going on. But imports are just going to be simple drag and copy. They'll light up as we go through, piece by piece. Our lovely main function, put class a world. Copy that over to piece by piece. This is our main. Of course, that's our end of our main. Now I need to close our class. Our simple print line and our simple URL. Let's copy it up contents of this for keep things going. So let's just, yep, give that. Almost forgot my semicolon. So again, you can obviously pull this page up from here. Makes it less struggle on my end. I'm going to pull this to another monitor. Get things going. Well, laptop monitor, since like I said earlier, desktop SSD failed, so we're on laptop and connected to an external TV. Backup setup. No. New URL, which is from the our HTTP URL connection. Come on. Connection. Now here we actually specify the path for a file. Keystore. Let's open our terminal. Back to, and go under certs. Our full path. So ideally be passing as environment variable at least. But your JKS, here we go. This will also be kept more secure. Again, like I said, this is just for demo. Now I need to make a key store. Which simple try. Take it to file input stream. Taking the key store path. Chari. Or make a key management factory for the key store. And then key manager. Everything is set. X509. And on here. You have a key manager factory. Key manager factory. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Now I need to SSL context. Test manager. Instance, call it TLS. Yeah, like tools, yep. Text, init. Left that, get key managers. Was null, null. Pepto right there. Instance of HTTPS connection. Uh, Context. Socket factory. Or getting to the point where we're actually making the GET request. So we have type of GET. This is almost it. Condat property ID. There's just going to be a JSON. Content type application JSON. Awesome. Let's get the interesting part. I need to get that. Fill those in later. Let's just get the code all filled out. To do that username password on off screen, but let's do our byte array. Handling our basic auth for basic we're encoding for our basic auth. Now, really, it'd be nice if we said this in 2018 when I actually did work on this at USA Bank, or this quick start guide, but it's new. Okay, we have our set header value. Now we're handling our status. Response. Status. Goes to 100. Happy path. Buffered reader. Input. Stream reader. Con. Dot get. Input stream. Awesome. Unhappy path. Airstream. No, yelling our error still. Comes with the band response. Now we are closing our connection.
You need a space after basic.
Yes, good catch. Thank you. And string heat generation, yep, got that. Thank you. And this is basically just a closing message. We have that. Now I just need to get the credentials for username and password. Let's go back to our EP. Go back to our docs as well. Do we have all that taken care of? The username and the credentials. Sure. Add a user. Let's try this again. You do example.com. Just do it helper. Yes. Okay. 1 minute. Of course. Except 1 minute. Credentials. We have the username. Add a user. Call Bob, example.com. Of course, now you add it. This has to be a person. So what I'll do is actually invite myself again. I'm doing this again, creating a let's see. One admin. It could take a while to set this up. But best case is usually to always have a subject source account, but that's what it will do. What I'm doing off screen is actually putting in the JDM password. Actually, correction. User ID is here. I forgot where to get the password. No. So when we send their code. So user ID is going to be go from here under 2SSO. The password will be our dummy password. Correct. Let's run. for one. Correct credential. So we have the username correct. Correct. Where did we get the password? 1 minute. So next link there. Again, it's been quite a while. Oh, can't do anything there. Oh, there we go. There's the password. Copy that through. Garcia, like again, we'll be doing this afterwards. Yeah, there we go. Just a little typo, but very good example of, again, managing two-way SSL MTLS. Again, this tutorial was available when I used this in 2018, but in a big note, especially in corporate environments, you may run into issues with MTLS if you're behind a corporate proxy that re-encodes. Decrypts and recrypts everything under its own certificate. But yeah. Or stream. So we have that. And what I was mentioning with the stop payment service. See here. Of course, encryption matter for all of them, but go to the API reference. This is again what we test with evaluating at USA, using this to manage stop payments for credit card users. Basically, like I said, a subscription you have, for example, Howard, a company that's managing a subscription, being kind of not cooperative, even though I asked them to cancel end the subscription, they keep running it. This is the programmatic way of working with Visa's backend to cancel a recurring payment through Visa system. You can do a follow-up, and it's been over an hour. This next time. Or again, big push, right? This again was just to show basic understanding of, like I said, key store and MTLS, which again also used for certificate services such as HashiCorp Vault, secure manner. And as you saw, it's used in conjunction with another lower level authentication. So in this case, back to the code, that was basic auth. Minute. Yeah, just basic auth. So Any final questions? Oh my. I'm sorry if the camera went so to output. Here is the correct output. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Lecture, I had to leave a couple minutes earlier. Okay, and one bounce between